Hey guys, Jason here again with another episode of Sports Buzz, and today I'm just going to talk real fast about some news, some sports news topics. The first one I want to talk about here is the NHL season. It kicked off for the Chicago Blackhawks on Saturday of last week, the 19th of January, and it was a game versus the LA Kings in LA for the LA Kings in their Stanley Cup champion ceremony. So, watching that game, most of it since I'm located in Chicago, I was impressed by not only the hockey fans in general, kind of coming back and like I said, it was a championship. It was the Stanley Cup championship ceremony, so maybe that's why they were back like that. But just hockey fans in general seem to be positive as far as this lockout. I know a lot of people I've talked to, either on Facebook or Twitter or just in person, have said, we should boycott the NHL, boycott what Gary Bettman has been doing. And even though a lot of people, including myself, really don't like Bettman just for what he's done to the league, and it's kind of a David Stern situation there. But I mean, you gotta support the team, and hockey is just, for me, it's a good form of entertainment. It helps as the Blackhawks are good up here in Chicago. I'd like to see the league back. I like some new sports, because honestly, in between, I'm a big basketball fan, but between football and baseball, for me, there's not really much. So hockey helps with that. Another thing, real fast. So I was impressed. I was impressed with that. I was also impressed with just the game speed in general. The players looked fresh. They looked like they're ready to play, and just it was a good game on Saturday for the Blackhawks especially, but around the league from the highlights I saw, really good performances. All right, so another thing I want to talk about real fast is the Mant Te'o situation with ESPN. I think I was going to do a video last week and I forgot about it, but basically my thoughts on the situation is, okay, so Mant Te'o got hoaxed as far as we know. And until we know the truth, until he sits down, he's doing an interview with Katie Couric. I believe I heard it was airing tomorrow night, or maybe tomorrow afternoon, night, whatever. So until that interview airs, and then Friday, then you should make your opinions. This is really what bothers me, is you got media outlets like ESPN, and really any like Twitter and whatever, making jokes about this. Sure, it's hilarious. I'm not gonna, just because he's a star athlete, whatever you think about him, if he's the best linebacker in the college, that's debatable for sure. But just in general, as far as this whole story, I don't know how it affects his draft standing. I don't think it does. I mean, you got guys in here on the local news talking about, is he a risk? Is he, whatever, and honestly, I don't think he's a risk because when he gets on a team, he'll play, and it depends on where he's drafted and who he's drafted by and what scheme and whatever. But I think he'll be a good pro given the chance. We'll see. I know the game increases in the NFL a little compared to the college. I know it's different. There's a very limited amount of college players who are actually successful. A superstar successul. So that's my opinion on that. I wish people would just not jump to conclusions and not be on this guy's back, because we'll see what actually happens. Sure, like I said, it's a funny story, but just give him some time. Let the story play out. All right, another thing I want to talk about is the NBA. I had heard previously last week via ESPN and via my friends and whatever that the Sacramento Kings are going to be moving to Seattle again, and it's looking like it's almost done. That deal, and it's not 100% yet, but I'm assuming it's about 75%. And I think it's a good thing for the NBA. David Stern said he wanted to get a team back in Seattle after they were brought to Oklahoma City, a while back now. But I think 5 or 6 years or whatever. But Seattle has a good fan base. I remember, just early 2000s or late late 1990s, early 2000s, just watching and now seeing the highlights on on YouTube and whatever, just how dedicated those fans were. And it's for sure a good thing that they're going to have a team back to cheer for. Like I said, as far as Sacramento goes, they're not going to have a team. It doesn't look like at this point. I think it's it's a bad thing for them, because what I've seen, like that whole California area, Sacramento, San Jose, I really don't know the distance between those cities, but they seem like they're dedicated fan bases, and they deserve a good team, in the future. We'll see what happens with that as far as the NBA goes, and as far as the NFL moving to LA. I know they have a lot of, California has a lot of teams. There's a lot of cities there, so we'll see how that happens. My final point here, I just heard this morning, kind of shocking, that Jamarcus Russell, the pick of, I believe it was 2007 of the Oakland Raiders, the first overall pick, who is termed to be basically the second guy behind Ryan Leaf in the quarterback position as a bust in the NFL draft, and he wants to come back and play for the New York Jets, and I find this just amazing. He is about 300 pounds, I think I saw. I think he's at 302. He wants to get down to 265, try to make the team, and be the quarterback, because honestly, Tim Tebow is apparently not going to be picked up by the Jacksonville Jaguars, and Mark Sanchez, I don't think, is the future of the Jets. I mean, he's too inconsistent. I mean, if they have a new offensive coordinator, which I believe they do, and they have a new quarterback coach and all this stuff, maybe that he can get himself turned around. But I think they need a new quarterback. I don't think Jamarcus Russell will ever play in the NFL again. Regardless of where. New York is a bad fit because of all the media and all this stuff. It's a tough city to play in, obviously, like all these major cities in the Midwest and around the country. So we'll see. That should be interesting how that plays out. I will have videos up if anything changes for that. But this is my episode of Sports Buzz, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Just give you some general information about what's going on in the sports world. So thank you for watching. Please comment, rate, subscribe, and I will have more videos up later on. Calculator how-to videos, a album review with my buddy Lance Moss TV, and so please, like I said, comment, rate, subscribe. Have a nice day, everyone. Bye bye.